everybody, and welcome to another chapter in the long legacy of the Big Ten Conference. It's a championship game in the new expanded Big Ten, and there are high stakes here. Not just a conference championship, but potentially positioning themselves for one at the national championship with an automatic bid. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. So Michigan's offense will start in a bad spot here thanks to that return. We'll see if this quarterback can get off to a great start, Kirk. So much for this offense and this whole team really orbits around him.
Yes, sir. The de facto Mr. Center of the universe. It's his world when he's out there, and it's up to him to create and orchestrate the details on the field. His team, his way. Can't wait to see what he does today.
They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Same tailback, another carry. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw.
And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him. And
freshman introducing himself to the quarterback there.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. But let's not forget, they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
Throw to the running back in the flat. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long, so this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick.
The freshman's able to get home with a sack.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
That punt heading out of bounds, so there'll be no return here. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense takes the field, the first chance we had to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Boy, how about the push up front by the big fellas here? And when you can get pressure like this, that's what separates good defenses from great defenses. And you think back to the Michigan teams, when they've been exceptional, they've had defensive line play just like that.
Nice throw, caught for a completion. And he'll be brought down.
Man, I love the route here by the receiver. Really sold he's going vertical downfield, ends up coming back to the football to pick up big yards.
Offense facing a third and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky fourth down decision? Receiver looks it in. It's complete. It's a big gain across midfield all the way to the 39-yard line.
Man, Chris, what a great job by this offense to be able to pick up this first down. He had to come off his primary, meaning the offensive line had to give the quarterback a little bit more time, allow him to work through his progressions. Eventually, he finds the drag route for the first.
The Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Off the incompletion, it sets up at 3rd down and 3. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserted themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw. It's King. Here's a target, and it's complete. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
They've got him. It's a sack from the defense.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
On third, touchdown, Buckeyes.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now they get set to kick it away. This is a squib kick, picked up by one of the up men. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And bring him down, but the back able to pick up some decent yardage in that screen.
Good time here to drop this screen in for the offensive coordinator. And a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Catch made on the left side. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Trying to create here on the move. He's got it for a big gain. An explosive play. They'll finally make the tackle down to the 27-yard line.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Now it's 2nd down here. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. On the run, he'll let it go. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
I love that big target on 3rd down. He's got great athletic ability, but it's his size that creates such a matchup advantage. And when you get to 3rd down, just put it up in the air and let him come down with it.
Nowhere to run up the middle.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarter.
Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Offense showing a bunch formation now. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Lets it go quickly. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Receiver makes the catch. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Back to pass. It's King. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Ohio State. Strong game by this quarterback.
Chris, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver here is exceptional. Great route here to sell that post to the inside and then break it off to the corner. And the quarterback anticipates it well, puts it on the money for that touchdown.
And now they'll set up for the point after. PAT puts them in front by 7. Well, Kirk, Ohio State has the lead here after 1. And at the end of the 1st quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
He's moving out of the pocket now. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. You look at that uniform, you think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young, and so many great defensive linemen. And this guy right here is showing you he's got some of the similar skill set as some of those greats.
And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. Trying to return the punt for some extra yardage. Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time. Looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Chris, that's every quarterback's worst nightmare. A wide-open receiver streaking for a touchdown. You could throw a hook shot out there, let him get underneath it, and let him run to the end zone. What a missed opportunity.
He's past the marker and still going. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28. Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide. Using his legs here. Great move in the open field. Will he score here? He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Just what a play by this quarterback. 1 second, he's surveying the entire field, trying to find that open receiver. The next second, he just pulls it down, tucks the football away, picks up yards, and gets a touchdown himself. What a run.
Now the try here for the extra point. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
This time, a completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives him. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It's a quick grab. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Michigan. Made the defense look slow that time.
Chris, as you know, anytime you hit a big post route like this for a touchdown, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver is essential. Nice job of not waiting too long. Quarterback takes a hitch, gets the ball out early, and allows his receiver to run underneath the beautifully thrown football for the touchdown.
Lining up to try the extra point. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. And the wideout goes in motion. They'll run it here. The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down play coming up. There's the handoff. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. The ball is free in the backfield. And the ball will bounce out of bounds, so they avoid the turnover.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
It gets rid of it on the move. It's complete. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense. When you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
4th down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. The shotgun handoff here. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down.
Yeah, that is a gutsy call to go for it on 4th down in your own territory. But you can see that this coach is confident in his offense and going to their go-to plays that they call specifically for these situations.
The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Dropping back, it's King. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they're finally able to stop him. But great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play with the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they sent a message to the defense that you can rush.
Stop him, he's in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Boy, this quarterback already has 2 touchdowns in this game, doing a great job of running the option. I'm this defense coordinator making some tweaks to have to account for the quarterback in the run game.
They'll try to add the lead down with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking for his big tight end. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down?
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
And the ball is hauled in. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
And important second down play coming up. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
I really like this call by this offense on second and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
Fires it to the wideout. Caught near the goal line. Fighting for the end zone, but doesn't get there. They'll spot the ball at the 3. First and goal. A good chance to chip away at the lead before halftime. And they're trying to punch it in here. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. See if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And the Soft were able to bring him down quickly.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
And the point after gets them within a touchdown, 28-21. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. You'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. Throws a stiff arm.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. It's a run to the left. They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. 2 quarters down in the Big Ten Championship. A couple of incredibly worthy teams battling for their rightful place in the history of this great conference.
Wolverines will kick this away to get the second half going. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. And a chance right away here in the second half to stretch the lead and build momentum. Let's see what this defense can do about it. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Running back grabs it on a screen. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Cardell Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. First down. Looking to throw the football. Looking for the wideout. He makes the grab. Tackle. After picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. To throw, it's King. Running out of time in the pocket. He's going to pull it down and run. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
And they keep this drive going, trying to convert on third down now. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack. Out comes the field goal team to give it a shot. This is a long way out. They're going to trust the kicker from 56 yards out. Let's see if he's got the distance. He missed it. Field goal, no good. And the lead remains at 7 after the miss. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. And just a short gain this time, they're able to get him down. Second down after that previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47. And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He bought some time, now lets it go. The senior tries to take a shot, but overthrows his man. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback keeps the football. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional.
Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
They'll kick it away here. Fielded near the 20. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Back to pass. It's King. Catch made on the right side. Tackle made after a solid gain to spot the ball at the 34.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost.
Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Pressure is coming. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Bringing pressure. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Just outstanding combination of quickness and strength here by this Michigan defensive lineman. Makes me think of Aiden Hutchinson, who, of course, played here recently. Going back to guys like Rashawn Gary, Lamar Woodley, Frank Clark. Great tradition of Michigan defensive linemen on full display right now.
Buckeyes will line up to boot away. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the returner is brought down. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Play action here on first down. And the freshman making an impact play there.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
First down sack pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. He's swarmed by the defense. That completion sets up an important third down play. Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. Just trying to get rid of it. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack. The Wolverines will bring their punt team on the field now. It's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. The returner is brought down. Gets us started on the next drive. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Forced to punt last time, trying to add points, build the lead right here. Big guys up front, line up. It's first down. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Running through the tackle. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. To throw, it's King. He's moving out of the pocket. On the move, looking deep. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Can he take it all the way? And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Caught quickly. And the game just good enough for a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Well, Ohio State has the lead here, Kirk. We've reached the end of the third. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He pulls it in for a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. And that completion, Kirk, puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers running these great routes, and he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now, and he'll be the first one to tell you how much his teammates have helped him out today.
Trying to extend the play. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I do not want to see the game film. This has been a tough game for the big boys. It appears almost like they've just been moonwalking the entire game, and they've been pushed all around. That's 6 sacks surrendered already in this game.
Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Tackle made after a big gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Single back takes the handoff. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back. The pass rush closing in. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle the pressure of this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of, Chris, get this, 7 sacks in this game so far.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, the advantage there obviously was with the defense on 3rd down and long. And they do a good job of taking away things downfield, but, man, you got to account for the quarterback taking off and running. Nobody does, so he gets big yards, and now he gives the offense a chance here on 4th down.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Coverage team brings down the returner. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Makes a nice move there. They'll tackle him out across the 20. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And now the running back's got it again. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this 1st down. And, Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Looking to pass. It's King. Looks to the left, and it's complete. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. You'd think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He'll take a deep shot here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch in bounds, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop it.
But we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the 4th quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
A crucial play in this game. It's 3rd down and 2. We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. This is a big 3rd down play coming up. If they can get the stop, you have to believe we'd see a timeout. They get him at the 42, good enough for a 1st down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Buckeyes have 1st and 10 here. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the hand.
That we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Receiver makes the grab. They make the 1st down, brought down to the 31.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw that keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline waiting for your turn to get another chance.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, this offense has really been moving the ball at will on this drive. And a nice job here on this defense to finally come up and make a nice play for no gain.
This drive has already taken more than 3 minutes off the clock as we come up on 2nd down. They're going to run it here. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. No gain there. This defense has been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back that time, Kirk.
Yeah, kind of a bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if a stop like this can give them a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays.
And the quarterback keeps it here. And he's got it already past the 1st down marker. They get him down, but a solid run by their freshman.
Man, is he pretty to watch run this option. He is so dangerous with the threat to run or to throw. This time he keeps it himself, and you can see how much ground he eats up with that kind of speed.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Defense is coming after him. Junior steps up and makes an impact play. It's always a special year, but after all the work you put in, you can call yourselves champions of the Big Ten. And now with the playoff spot locked up, the spotlight gets even brighter. You're going to find out where they're going to be playing as they continue to pursue a national championship. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals. For the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And the returner will be brought down. So Ohio State's offense will begin backed up off that poor return. Everything that happens on this field today is just heightened, Kirk, because it happens on this amazing stage at the foot of the San Gabriel Mountains. Nothing like it.
Nothing like it to me in all sports. We've been calling this game for such a long time, and I think we both agree it's one of our favorite games to call each year. And when we get a good matchup like this, it makes it that much better.
And he's got it. They bring him down, but the freshman quarterback showing off the arm strength.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s.
He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. He's going to take off here. Keeper for the first down and more. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Ball handed off. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Looks left and finds his target there. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. Think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
QB decides to keep it here. As the first down, still on the move. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's going to take off. Hit as he released it. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. Here's the second down play.
Well, there's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of the quarterback trying to throw a football. And on this play, they end up flushing him out to his left, contacted him.
And the freshman able to get home with the sack.
There we go. The defense is able to finally get some pressure on this guy. That's one way to slow him down. He has had one heck of a drive, but this time, give the defense some credit for getting after it.
There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. The pocket breaking down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. Receiver in motion now. Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping and doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
And he knocks that one right through. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Oklahoma Sooners offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Oh, it's a reverse. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. They got some ground to make up, 2nd and long from the 15. He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Downfield shot, falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this 1st down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this 4th down situation.
And the coverage team able to bring him down. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the pass is incomplete. He dropped the 1st down attempt here across the middle. Now it's 2nd down here. Looking downfield, it's King. He's running out of time here. Extending the play now. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another 1st down.
Most defensive coordinators focus a lot of their energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. They give up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, and they're in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Really solid 1st down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
They'll hand it off. Got space, looking to score. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
Oh, come on, ref. Give it to him. What a huge run. He takes it all the way down to the 1-yard line. And you can tell once he got through that 2nd level of the defense, he was thinking, I'm taking this to the house. And he almost did.
Man. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line. All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Here comes a handoff. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Well, Kirk, Ohio State has the lead here after one. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. We'll see if this game gets out of hand before halftime, the crucial second quarter beginning right now. Here we go, first play of the quarter, offense setting up for a second down play. Sticking with the running game. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. The Sooners hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires it to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Sooners will have 1st and 10 here.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on that third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
He hands it to the back. And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44. And the Sooners pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And the sophomore's got him for a sack. The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11. It's a quarterback keeper. They got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there. Solid gain in the running play. 3rd down now. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Quarterback lost track of the play clock. And that'll cost the offense 5. It's 3rd down for the offense. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Going to try to use his legs here. Slides to avoid the big hit. His line getting set up. It's a first down play.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. That's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. Looks like he's going to run it. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. The Sooners looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the first down.
The Sooners are in the red zone now. Send the back in motion. Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Slides down to avoid the tackle. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Finds his target. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line. Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Oh, so disappointing for this defense. They had the advantage. Good coverage all over the field. It's 3rd down, but they let the quarterback get away, scramble, and pick up the 1st down.
He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That kind of execution in a long drive, that's why this team made it in the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with a pass, picking up 1st downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Here comes the point after attempt. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? And here's the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? And he's got it again. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Second down play coming up. To throw, it's King. Looking right, this one caught. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? Their own defense. And when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest or go out and play dominant football.
Tackle, but 1st down.
Man, is this guy difficult to deal with or what? When your quarterback can just say, I am pulling this down and I am taking off myself on the option. He has that kind of speed. As a defense, all you can do is just say your prayers.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Receiver makes the catch. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
Catch made on the left side. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line. These are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
Defense getting very heavy here. Looking to stuff the run. Movement here from the tight end. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Now the all-important extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. The back's got it. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. One more play before they head to the locker room. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And it falls incomplete. They tried for a big chunk play on the final play of the period. Meadow's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. The magnitude and intensity of these playoff matchups is always something special to be a part of. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. That's going to do it for us here at the half. Time to see how this incredible playoff drama plays out, and for that, it's back to Chris and Kirk.
And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Men will pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38. And the Sooners come up for the line in a hurry-up. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. No huddle here for the offense. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Catch is made. Room to run here. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows you the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. They return it from inside the 10-yard line. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Their last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. And the defense come up with answers this time. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's the tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
And he's got his man open downfield. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. The Buckeyes line up on 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. It's King. Running back has it on a screen now. Defense makes the tackle, but that screen produces a pretty solid gain.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on second down. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And they keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46.
Hey, it's not a lot, but you know what? It's enough for the first down. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Buckeyes pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. And And there's the handoff. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
That was an impressive effort here by the safety to use his speed and effort to get to that football and where it was headed. Secondary coach has got to be proud.
The Sooners looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Second down, we're going to throw it. On the run here. Lets it go. He finds his man. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast.
Oh, the sack was made there by the freshman.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. He hands it off from the gun. And tackled after a small pickup there. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit. The Sooners will have to kick it away when he comes for his 2nd punt of the game. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. And now the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
They're behind the sticks on 2nd and long here from the 12. Running out of time in the pocket. They're able to get him down. Third down play for this offense. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a first down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 36.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. Dropping back, it's King. Snags the quick throw. They moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down. Well, Ohio State has the lead here, Kirk. And as we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They'll try the right here. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Important 2nd down play coming up. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Cannot escape it. Down he goes.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He's on the run. Launches deep. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. The gain moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st down and goal.
Well, it's got to be so rewarding for an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. That's exactly what we saw right here. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open wide receiver.
For the offense, a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, milk the clock here late in the game. 1st and goal, handoff. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. And the defense bringing out some big bodies to stop the run. Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. Another handoff to him on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This offense cannot be stopped. It's an easy job for the play caller, right, Kirk? They can't stop the running back, feeding the ball, scores again.
Yeah, I came into this game really thinking we'd see more from this quarterback and all these wide receivers that they have, but instead, it has been the back. And as a smart play caller, you just keep going back to the guy with the hot hand.
Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. Last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. The short completion of the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down. And the Sooners looking to run some tempo here.
Hey, you're down by a couple possessions late in the game. That's exactly how you want to start this drive. Let's see what they can do with it after that nice game.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He lets it go on the move. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. It's a bit of a risk. With that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Lofting it toward the left sideline. And the pass is incomplete. A crucial misfire here late in the game. And the ball will turn over on downs. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moved right down the field for a touchdown. 1st down here from this offense. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. Late in the game, you got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football, and you got a great chance at a victory.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's brought down after a short. The Buckeyes move into the red zone. They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on third down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this and picking up that first down.
The Buckeyes will look to convert here on 4th down. Trying for a 4th down completion. The freshman QB shows his toughness, picks up the first down himself. Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Great job by the running back of staying inbounds to continue to work that clock, working here in the fourth quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball, a chance to really secure victory here.
And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. He'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Touchdown, Ohio State. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game, up 17 here in the 4th. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. The Oklahoma offense is back on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Makes a quick catch. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's a wide open receiver, complete. Tackle is finally made, but the offense will set out now at the 44. The Sooners come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. First down, looking to throw the football. Short pass finds the tight end. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Just a good job of
spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Looking to pass here on second down. And it's intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. Hard running through a tackle. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get it down.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down after that previous play. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about.
Hold it. Offense.
So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. The Buckeyes will line up to kick it away. He's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he's got it at the 15. He'll be brought down, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense gets a second chance after the roughing the punter penalty. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Here's the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 4 seed in this playoff, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semifinal collision. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Buckeyes return team not doing the offense any favors there. Of course, the home of the Cotton Bowl in modern times has become AT&T Stadium, a massive yet somehow intimate setting. Kirk, this, of course, is where the first championship game of the playoff era was played.
Well, who could forget that? When Ohio State took pressure these players feel, let's see who can handle that the best today.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Makes a quick grab. So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, that defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel and understand who's coming into their zone. That time they just lost the receiver and they gave up a big gain.
Sets up as a 3rd and 3 here on this opening possession. Looking to pass. It's King. Pressure is coming. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and the rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
He boots it away from inside his own end zone. He'll field it close to the 50. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense comes out for their first possession today. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Ball handed off. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1. And the Tar Heels looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Play action fake, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Using his legs on the scramble. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. See what the call is on 1st and 10.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And the Tar Heels looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Can he get there? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UNC.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. Now they get set to kick it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. And the runner takes off to his right. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
They lose yards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 16. to the air. It's King. Bringing pressure. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. He gets loose, able to pick up a solid gain there on the scramble. The offense now operating in empty. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And looking for a big play here. And the pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Talk about aggressive. The head coach keeping the offense on the field inside their own 30. The pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down. Outstanding field position to begin this drive. On 1st down, it's play action. QB to the tight end for a completion. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that 1st down yardage. And the Tar Heels come to the line in a hurry-up. Offense looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
That's a good job by this defense of understanding where they are on the field. They obviously don't want to allow this offense to get into the end zone. They routed the football on that pass and able to keep him short of the goal line.
They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
Anytime you're snapping the ball inside the 10-yard line, we always know for the quarterback the windows are tighter and they close much faster. He's got to do a better job of getting the ball out quicker to give his receiver a chance.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
And they'll set up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end and got stopped. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Lets it go quickly. Fired into a tight window and picked off.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Keeping it on the ground here. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup. No huddle now for the offense. And the wideout goes in motion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Receiver makes the grab. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a 1st down. And the Tar Heels will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this.
And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Past the 20. At the 10 now. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return. And they'll set up with a PAT. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. And they recover from that right now. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Off play action, he's looking to throw. It's a quick grab. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker. Important 3rd down play coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Boy, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, a lot of times as a play caller, you go to the draw play because you feel the defensive front is just consumed with trying to get pressure on the quarterback. They go with the draw, but the defense is completely locked in. Does a nice job of showing discipline to completely negate the play.
Looking to scramble now. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a first down.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Dropping back, it's King. He's moving out of the pocket now. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter. And it's North Carolina in front, Bert. And the first quarter is in the books, but is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. We expect the teams to have worked through some of the nerves of this playoff game as we begin this second quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Fights off a defender.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed. He also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. So now from the 29, it's third down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. And Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion. And the Tar Heels come to the line to run the hurry up. Second down, looking to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Brown. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Sacked on heavy pressure there.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. Second and long. And he'll set up to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
See if he can make something happen with the return. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Offense will keep it on the ground here. That run moves the ball across the 35.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Again, makes it second and medium. Handoff here from the shotgun. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Scanning the field. It's King. Caught quickly. They stop him at the 45, but that's good for a first down.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Looking to throw it on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
This guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
It's us the middle to get stuffed. That one goes nowhere. Hand it off for a draw. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle. And the Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry up. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looks to his left and makes the completion.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking to throw. It's King. Defense is coming. They hit him behind the line, and out comes the football. Defense has got the football.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
Tipped and then dropped. A chance to make a play, but instead it's third down.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be.
And the sophomore making an impact play.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
And he puts it out of bounds, so no return. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the first job here, just hold on to the football. The last drive ended in that fumble. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And here comes a deep shot. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football and falls incomplete.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Hit as he releases it, and the pass falls incomplete. The Buckeyes will bring their punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. And the returner will be brought down. And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? Caught over the middle. It's Jones. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Personal foul gives the offense a fresh set of downs. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. The junior trying to take a shot, but overthrows his man. After the incompletion, they'll line up now for 3rd and 5. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Grab down the middle. It's Brown. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. And the Tar Heels begin a new series here, 1st and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football. So on 2nd down, they'll try out the field goal unit, trying to get 3 before halftime. No problem. Knocks it right through.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Finds an open target on the left side. He's found some room at the 45. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Just ran away from the defense.
Hey, they roll the dice here and decide to be aggressive, and it pays off for a touchdown, and now they have the lead. They've worked themselves back to be in a great position. They got to feel great with how this first half has ended.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point makes it a 4-point game. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick it deep to begin the second half. And so it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. We get the second half started with a running play. That strong run defense, not much of a gain on the play. And the Tar Heels come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. They'll run the option. Pitches to the back. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. The punter has been very busy so far. Can they finally convert here on 3rd down? Try and muscle for the first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the Tar Heels will send the punt team onto the field.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
We'll see if he can make a play on this return. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Last time out, a 1-play touchdown drive through the air, and they keep it going here. And they begin the drive here, set up at the 30. To the air, it's King. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. The play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
This is not how you draw it up as an offense coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Past the 20, inside the 10. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Kicking team out for the PAT try. They knock through the PAT to go up 28-17. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And the pass is complete to the tight end. And that'll pick up a first down out of the 37. The offense going with the hurry up.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole
giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
And the Tar Heels starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there. Pass complete. It's 2nd down now.
Quick, real position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
And the Tar Heels looking to keep this drive moving. 1st down here for this offense. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. The tackle is made, but the offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8. Offense racing down the field. It sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina. Offense still out there, down by 5. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion and make this a 3-point game. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the 4th quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And they've got the returner corralled. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Short return tackle made at the 27. A crucial takeaway. The guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. It's an out route. The catch made. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends that are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed.
Touchdown, Tar Heels. And they go in front here in the 2nd half. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And he knocks through the PAT. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the 1st play. Let's see if they can do better here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Looking downfield. It's King. He'll take a deep shot. Aggressive call, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to...
And that pass rush has trapped him into sack.
A lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
Escapes the pocket. Trying to use his legs to make the 1st down. Couldn't get there, and now it's a 4th down call. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Needs a completion here on 4th down. He's going for a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
This is what having an accurate quarterback is so important. 4th down, critical situation. He puts that ball right on his receiver. What I love to see is he not only picks up that 1st down, but he's got the speed and the awareness to take it to the end zone for the touchdown.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here? Or looking to make a big play downfield. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big gain. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown. Just a brilliant game from this quarterback. With a spot in the natty on the line, you need your guy to step up, and this guy has delivered so far today.
You know, it's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job and taking care of him, the receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. Dropping back. It's King. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
On the shotgun, it's a handoff. That one moves the ball across the 40. Second down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And looking to throw now on first down. He's looking deep here. That one is knocked away and incomplete. Good defensive play on the last play of the third quarter. And it's North Carolina in front, Kirk, sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats where we have a chance. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. The Buckeyes with first and 10 here. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. Scanning the field, it's King. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. In the clear at the 25. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the fourth quarter, to give them the lead.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? On the run, he'll let it go. And it's complete downfield. They lose the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down. And the Tar Heels will hustle to the line here to run the hurry-up. Play action here on first down. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
That sack makes it second down and forever. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Caught over the middle. It's Jones. It's a fumble. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Crucial third down play coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
Man, and with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Second down play coming up for this offense. Play action fake, looking to throw. Snags a quick throw. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle. A new set of downs after that completion.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing.
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense.
Well, his quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. And Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Tackle made after just a short gain.
Well, this is a huge third down coming up here. And here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
Here we go, late in a tight game. This might be the biggest play so far. 3rd and 2. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Oh, that one really hurts for this defense. They get these guys the third down, a chance to maybe get them off the field, and they give up a first down late in the game, and the clock will continue to roll.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense getting set, second down play here. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Back to throw. It's King. Quick throw to his receiver. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. An explosive play across midfield all the way to the 41. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Ending off on the draw play. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Here's the second down play. They'll run it here. And that run produces a decent gain.
You know, they try to run the football here, and they're unable to get that first down. The clock does keep moving. The big question now is third down. What do you do? Keep it on the ground again, or roll the dice, throw the football, knowing an incompletion, the clock will stop.
There's the handoff. Powerful running here. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. The Buckeyes expect to be able to just run this clock out in the final minute for the W. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by anything going there.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They stop him for a 2-yard gain, which will bring up fourth down. That's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national